When we first took Johnny to residential care, we were in survival mode. Those early parent meetings felt like drinking from a fire hose. There was so much information about adoption trauma to process, it was overwhelming. Our focus had to be on getting Johnny the help he needed, which meant letting some things slide. We just didn't have the mental space for it all at once. One principle I've shared on this podcast that's helped me understand Scripture is sitting with the text and letting it really sink in. I want to apply that same principle to some of the more information-packed episodes and break them down into shorter, focused segments. Each one will highlight a single concept with ideas to reflect on and apply on your parenting journey. I'll let you know which episode it came from so you can listen to it in its context. My hope is to make all the wisdom in this content easier to take in and use. Anchors of hope and healing are on the way. Adopted children may struggle to open up about their feelings. In today's segment, Understanding the Hidden Struggles of Adopted Children, taken from episode 183, Jane Baker shares why this happens and how adoptive parents can help their children navigate these difficult times. I want to encourage you to grab a pen and paper and listen for the ideas that speak to you.
There's this little book that I wish every adoptive parent had, and I know you've got it. It's a little paperback book, and it's called 20 Things Every Adopted Child Wished Their Adoptive Parent Knew. And it's been around a long time, but whoever wrote that book has been sitting in my therapy office. Because I remember the first time I read it, I'm going, this is stuff I hear as a therapist wow. You know, it's kind of creepy. But there's a lot of truths in there. And a lot of times our children will not talk to us as parents about what they're struggling with about being adopted. And this is not well thought out. It's more just a gut feeling that I've already lost one family. I don't know that I can tell you how I still wish that I had my birth parents the way I originally needed them, or how mad I am that I don't have them. And I know I take it out on you, but I can't risk telling you and run the risk that I might lose you too. I can't talk to you about this stuff because I don't want to hurt your feelings. I can't talk to you about this stuff because I'm supposed to be enjoying life and I'm supposed to be doing all this stuff. And I can't because this is nagging, and I can't tell you because I don't want to disappoint you. And so I think a lot of times as parents, we can be maybe a little proactive. You got to kind of think about these things, and how you might feel on Mother's Day, on Father's Day, on your own birthday, on your own Christmas and Thanksgiving, because you think, well, I wonder if my birth parents are thinking about me. I wonder what it would have been like if they could have been the parents I needed. And so I can look happy, but I got some sadness underneath it. And as you get older and you get, especially in those preteen years, and I always say, you could think everything's running along pretty good in elementary school. When adolescence gets here and puberty gets here, all bets are off, people. So, but again, it's because, biologically the brain is growing really fast, and you're just revisiting all kinds of things in that time frame. But I think among a lot of families, and I certainly have a lot of my own families that I work with, that I start getting kids long about, unless they have real severe behaviors, it's not uncommon for me to start getting them about 11 or 12 because parents have noticed a big shift. When we start getting into it, figuring out what's going on, a lot of it connects back to just that sadness and grieving and the loss about, why didn't they keep me?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with me? And so I think as parents, we've got to really, really work pretty hard to stay in a good level kind of place, recognizing this is my child's struggle and the struggle is real. And if you weren't adopted, if you're a parent that was not adopted, you kind of don't have a framework for this.
Right.
A lot of times it's leaving the door open. And that might sound like, if your child is really having a hard day, they're acting out or they're doing various things, you have to go, okay, that's it. We're going to have a family meeting, a family dinner. We're going to enjoy ourselves. And if you don't want to be part of that, you don't have to. Please go to your room. Right? So they're up there and they're all by themselves. And so it might look like walking in a little bit later and saying, I'm not sure what's going on with you. Something's going on with you. But I think if it was me, and here it is Mother's Day, I might be thinking and worrying and wondering if my birth mother ever thought about me. Now, if you ever want to talk about that, I'm available, right? So I've left the door open. I've acknowledged that this could possibly be something that's going on. And a lot of times your kids will look at you and go, no, no, it's not. And go, well, okay, but it just, in case it is, I'm available to listen if you need that. The piece that gets tricky is you've really got to be in a good headspace to listen if they choose to walk through that door with you.
Mm-hmm. I hope this segment opened your eyes to the deeper emotions adopted children often experience, but might not express out loud. Here are a few takeaways and questions to reflect on so that you can support your children through these important moments. Number 1, adopted children don't always say what they're feeling out of fear of hurting or losing their adoptive parents. Ask yourself, what steps can I take to reassure my child that expressing difficult or painful emotions will not affect my love or commitment to them? Number 2, special days like birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and holidays can bring up feelings of loss or longing for adopted children. Ask yourself, what emotions or memories surface for me around special dates? How can I acknowledge and share these feelings with my adopted child? Number 3, challenges for adopted children often increase with age, especially around adolescence, and can amplify adoption-related struggles. Ask yourself, have I noticed changes in behavior or mood as my child gets older? How can I better prepare myself to support them through these changes? And number 4, keeping the door open matters more than forcing conversations. Ask yourself, what's one gentle invitation I can make to show I'm available for important conversations with my adopted child? I would encourage you to sit with this episode, make your own notes, and think about ways you can support your adopted children. It's my hope that with these shorter segments, you will be able to process and apply the principles that will help you navigate your parenting journey. That's all for this episode. Until next time, this is Tim, encouraging you to do what you can now. I hope today's episode encouraged you to face the storms in your parenting journey with courage and confidence. If so, would you please share this episode with another adoptive parent? It would also bless me and the mission of this podcast if you would take a couple of minutes and leave a review for the show on Apple Podcast. Until next time, this is Tim, encouraging you to do what you can now.